Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Eros Baluyot, who will fight on Road to UFC May 29th. Hello, Eros. How are you?
Hello guys, thanks for having me here. I'm here in Baguio City getting ready for my fight and I'm excited to be here and thanks for having me here.
Thank you for the conversation. And actually, this definitely will be like really big fight because it's like a big exposure. It's a road to UFC show. So, if you can tell me at the beginning, when did you find out about this fight?
I found out with my manager Jason House under Iridium Sports Agency. They messaged me uh, a month before announcing it or more than a month before announcing it. By that time we don't have any opponent yet, but as soon as we got the message, we got the call that we're participating in Road to UFC in Macau. I planned everything out. I hit up sponsors and I planned my camp out. So right now I'm excited to showcase my skills and showcase how Filipino fighters fight in UFC stage. You know.
And how excited are you about your opponent? Because you will be fighting against a fighter from Japan who is 8-2 right now. And overall, did you have any chance to watch any of his slides, fights or at least highlights?
Oh yes, we've been studying his game, his strengths, his weaknesses, and my job there is I respect Takeru Uchida. Takeru Uchida is the name of my opponent. I respect him as a fighter and what he've done, but my job there is to showcase my skills. Nothing personal, but my job there is just to showcase my skill. Then showcase that I'm not just a grappler anymore. I'm not just a jiu-jitsu guy anymore. I'm gonna show everyone that I'll be a complete MMA fighter on May 29th. His style is a heavy grappling style. He likes to finish people. Most of his wins are submissions, and two of his losses are also submission. That's why I think he lived by the sword and he died by the sword. Then my job is to expose him May 29 in Macau.
And sometimes when there are like two really good grapplers, when they are fighting, that actually there is a stand-up fight. So because of course you are like a great grappler, and Uchida is also I think that he actually won all of his fights by submission. I think that also there can be a chance that it will be like more of the stand-up fight.
Yeah, that happened to me on my second MMA fight. Both of us are grapplers, both of us are black belt, and from first round to third round, we just stood and bang. That just happened. We didn't showcase much grappling, much jiu-jitsu that night, but that's what happened to us. Before, shout out to my friend EF. He's the guy I fought on my second fight, and what exactly happened is we were both grapplers and we just stood up toe to toe.
But probably like most of your opponents, they just know that they need to stand up because in the end you are a very good grappler. You have this kind of really good finishing skills also from your backs. For your opponents is like the only good strategy is just to defend the takedown and try to stand with you.
In each area, in each discipline, we're getting ready for it. So we're working on my striking, my takedown defense and offense, and countering his game, intercepting his shots, and just yeah, we'll just find out on May 29. But we'll be ready in any aspect of the game.
And you have a few heel hooks wins, and actually this submission is maybe not super popular in MMA because it is quite risky. Because when you go for it, you can be like punched, and you can't really defend yourself. And when you are going for heel hooks, are you like super confident that it will work, or you feel that it can be like some kind of the risk?
It's like it could work, but you're right. It's also a risk because especially if you don't isolate the legs that much, if you're like getting a sloppy heel hook, a sloppy leg lock, you can guy on top can just pound counter you with punches with the grounded pound. But for me, if you isolate the leg, if you control both sides of the leg or the hips, you can finish the leg lock successfully or the heel hook successfully once you isolate the legs properly. So it takes much understanding about the mechanics of leg locks, leg entanglements, and how to how not to overcommit in that position whenever it's not there.
And do you know other fighters from the like flyweight tournament?
Flyweight tournament, yes. Most of them are Japanese guys. Uh, the two fighters above our bracket is like also from Japan. I haven't studied their game much yet. For now, I want to I want to take one fight at a time. For now, I'm focusing on Takeru Uchida. Once we get past the Takeru Uchida, if I win against him, I'm gonna focus on the next fight on the semifinals. Once we get past him, and that's our job to expose him on May 29.
And are you a fan of like tournament structures so that there are like quarterfinals, semifinals, and final, and there is not much of the politics? Do you know? Do you like this kind of structure for MMA?
I like that kind of structure in MMA, but not like UFC one. Like your bracket, you're gonna fight like three fights in one night, just like Hoist Gracie and Ken Shamrock back in the day. But yes, that kind of structure with tournament style that you're gonna advance to semifinals up to the finals. Uh, I'm good with that kind of matchup because I came from a jiu-jitsu background, so whenever I compete, I'm fighting like 5, 6 matches per day, and we're on a bracket knockout system whenever we're competing in jiu-jitsu before.
Yes, I agree that this is a kind of like cool structure and like legendary promotions like Pride or Strikeforce. They also have
Right.
this kind of tournaments.
Even in PFL, they do it in PFL, I think.
Yes, yes,
When
that's right.
yes, yes.
And like
But
obviously,
they're
what?
not fighting. They're not fighting in one night. That's crazy, like UFC one.
Yes, yes, it's just too much. Or in 2026, it's better like tournament, but not in one night, definitely.
Not in one night. Yes, I agree.
And if you can tell me more about your beginnings in the sports of MMA, because obviously you are a very good grappler. So I have a question: if the like BJJ was first combat sport that you ever train?
Yes. The first combat sport that ever trained is wrestling. I started wrestling with my father when I was like 11 or 12 years old. I started competing when I was 13. Then after 2 years, when I became 15 years old, that's where I transitioned to jiu-jitsu because I love wrestling. It will always be in my heart. I'll be a wrestler till the day I step off the gas. But it's hard. It's a hard sport. That's why I transitioned to jiu-jitsu. So when I was 15 up to 25 years old, I was competing actively. So I go to the States, to the US, to go back to the Philippines. I'll do my camp there in the US, and I'll compete from Pan American Championships up to the IBJJF World Championship. So I stayed there 3, 4 months to train with the best guys, learn with the best guys. And right now, I'm still carrying that foundation when I transitioned to MMA. I started MMA 30 years old. For me, because we're all used to that fighters started fighting when they were teenagers up to their 20s. But me, it's kind of different because I started at 30 years old. It's kind of late, but I think it's better late than never. Because my original dream was to compete in MMA, fight in the UFC when I was teenager. That's why I started wrestling in jiu-jitsu. Then, like I turned my focus into jujitsu for 10 years. Then pandemic came in. So I was so everything's closed. There's nowhere to train. And I was thinking about like why don't I get back to my original dream that to pursue MMA. That's why I got back to training and striking, boxing. Then when I became 30 years old, that's where I debuted in MMA. I debuted in a local promotion named URCC. That's the first MMA promotion in the Philippines. Then I have 5 fights under them. I became the flyweight champion in URCC. Then after that, I competed at one championship one time against a Russian striker. He's super fast. First round, he punched me a couple of times. He kicked me. Then I have to readjust in the second round. That's why I got that heel finish. Then my recent fight in Bali, Indonesia, in Kanggu Fight Night, I fought a guy. I fought a wrestler, and he's also a former one championship fighter. He's 7-2. Then I w- I won via heel hook also in the first round.
But like starting late, it can have some advantages because sometimes where there is a young fighter and he's like fighting for more 10 years or even more, and he's like 26 or 20 28, his like brain can maybe like he eat too many punches, and maybe he will not be in his prime even he's quite young. And I think that it can be some advantages because in the end you didn't eat a lot of punches in the head, so you are
Yes.
from this perspective you are like quite fresh fighter.
Yes, I agree with you because some fighters that started early, it's taking this. They're also taking toll. Like it's their fight mileage is already high. Like for example, in Thailand, there's like they have like kids that fight professionally, like 10 years old, 12 years old. They fight professional without headgears, without shin guards, without elbow pads. That's why when the time they become 20 or 25, they're already retired and they have like 300 to 600 fights. It's your mileage will be way up high during those times. That's why for me I agree with you that starting at around 30 years old because for now I only have like a good 10-year window here in MMA. I won't be here forever. That's why I decided to do this while I can still can. I know I'm not that young anymore, but I'm not that old yet. That's why while can I still do it? I think 30 years old for me is a perfect time to pursue it because I only have 10 years left in this sport. So I want to make the most out of it, you know.
And if you can tell me more about your gym and maybe some training sparring partners that you have there.
Oh yes. So our gym originally is from Makati City, Philippines. So whenever I don't fight, whenever I'm not in camp, so I train there, I teach there. I teach jujitsu and MMA, and there's also Muay Thai classes and conditioning classes, and it's also a stunt school, like for stunts for films, for action design. So we also cater that because our local actors, actresses, whenever they have a fight scene in television and movies. That's their our gym is the place where they rehearse their fight scene. But right now I'm in Baguio City. It's it's from the mountains. It's a high altitude place here. I'm training with Lions MMA, Lions Nation MMA with former one champion fighters, current one championship fighters. So having them in my camp is a huge honor for me because they were guiding me. They spar with me and they're coaching me. So I'm grateful to be in their camp and observing that kind of level that I need to be to so I can show up better in May 29 in Road to UFC.
And how big MMA is in the Philippines, or and do you think that maybe in a few years there will be like more fighters from the country in the UFC, or just in the like big like international promotions?
Yes. There's some grassroots programs here. There's some grassroots promotion that they're like starting from amateurs to uh professional amateurs and up to professional MMA fighters. Because for here in the Philippines, the only promotions we have like is URCC. There's PCC. There's UGB here in the Philippines, but for me they don't like they don't have much events much, but right now it's getting there. But for me it's oh sorry, I got lost. So for me it's better to have more promotions here in the Philippines, so we could develop more fighters than making it in the higher stage like one championship UFC, because yeah, that's the holy grail of MMA, UFC. But for now, yes, we're getting there, but we're not there yet. But we'll get there. Yeah.
And you mentioned that also you are in the coach in like BJJ and also MMA. But do you think that in few years you would like to be like the coach, like a big coach who is like cornering fighters in the big promotion, or you prefer just to train like amateurs or maybe like ordinary people?
Yeah, for now, it's you're as a coach and as an instructor, it's way different commitment. Because for now, because I'm still active in fighting, I'm still uh fighting. I'm not retired yet. Maybe when by the time I retired, then I can be a coach, full time coach. Because right now it's hard to compete to train for your training camp and coaching at the same time. But yes, I think I'm a good instructor. I can deliver a good class, good instructions, but being a coach is different, right? Because you have to like devote yourself to your students, to your fighters. You have to give your 110% best and make sure that they're training well, they're improving, they're doing good in life. But yes, for me, it's different being an instructor and being a coach. Right now, I'm good at being an instructor, but as a coach, we'll find out whenever I retire.
And I saw that you some time ago you visited Bangtao in Thailand. Of course, you also did training camps for BJJ in the US. And do
Yeah.
you plan in next maybe this year, maybe next year also to travel to some country for like training camp, or even outside of the training camp, just to take some knowledge from the big gyms?
Yes, I'm planning after this fight, so let's see if I can fix my US visa again. One of my goals is to go back to America, because that's why I got better in jiu-jitsu, because I was going back and forth doing my camps in the US. So for now, I transitioned to MMA. That's one of my goals also, because I think that would supplement and make my overall MMA game better whenever I go outside the country. You know, one of my goals is to train in Vegas, Syndicate MMA. I want to train with Marab. I want to train with uh, Coach John Wood. And yes, I'm looking forward to that. So I'm just focusing on this fight. Then hopefully, uh, we get past Takeru Uchida. We advance on the semifinals, and there's a chance that our second round in the semifinals, there's a chance that it might be in Vegas. I'm not so sure yet, but I'm just hoping that it will be in Vegas in the Apex. Yeah.
And when you are not fighting or training other people, do you have some like other hobbies or just things that you like to that you enjoy doing?
Mostly, I'm teaching jujitsu kids class, but whenever I'm not in camp or not fighting, one of my mentors, one of my head coach, my big brother, he's now a fight coordinator. He's now a fight director in films and television. That's why whenever I'm not in camp, he he brings me to the set so I can observe what's happening in the set, you know, in with actors, with the fight scene, with the action design. So I'm really having fun being on set and observing what he do. And who knows, I might get a acting job or stunt job in the future soon.
Now, do you have a favorite fighter to watch? So the especially like a fighter from current UFC roster.
Right now, I'm having fun watching Merab, Merab Dvalishvili, because of his relentless style and his wrestling pressure and his gas tank. You know, he never gets tired. You know, and one of my goal is to train with him, and I also like watching Brandon Moreno. He's also a flyweight fighter, former UFC champion. That's why I like watching him because get to empathize with him because whenever he fights, the whole Mexico is behind him. That's what I want to do in the Philippines. Whenever I fight, I want every Filipino will be behind you whenever I fight. So he's carrying the whole nation whenever he fights.
Okay, Eros. So many thanks for the time and for conversation. I think that actually your fight is probably one of the best fights on the card because on the paper is a fight against two really good grapplers. But I really hope that you will win this fight and you will advance to the semifinal of the tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'll do my best to showcase my skills on May 29 in UFC Macau, Road to UFC.